Hey guys. So I read this thing and it got me thinking. And it was called The 6 Types of Courage. And the first one was physical courage. It's like when we keep going with resilience, balance, and awareness. Okay. Then they had social courage, where you're just being your fucking self and don't give any fucks about what anybody thinks. Then it was moral courage, doing the right thing even if it's not comfortable or unpopular. Then there was emotional courage, feeling all your emotions, the good and the bad, and not feeling guilty or getting overly attached to any of them. Intellectual courage, where you're able to learn, unlearn, relearn, all while keeping an open and flexible mind. And then there was spiritual courage, which was living with purpose, meaning, purpose and meaning, through a heart-centered approach towards all of your life and towards yourself. And so I saw that and it got me thinking, do you believe you're courageous? Or even believe that in the right circumstances you can be or would be? And why? Do you ever stop to wonder where the courage we built up within actually comes from? Yeah, car's loud. Yeah, do you? Do you ever wonder? Well, if not, it's your lucky fucking day, my friend. Because I was wondering. I was wondering this very thing today. And of course, as I do, I'm going to share the downloads given to me around it. Aren't you glad we're friends? And you guys, full disclaimer, I am going to start with the cheesiest sounding statement I can. Because, well, it's the fucking truth, okay? So cheese it is. But yeah, we feel capable of courage because of our love. The courage is in our love. We need to focus more every day on ourselves. And in those instances, both the big and the small, where we feel our love and the courage of our love. The capacity we give to love is what allows love for us and for others. And it is what makes us feel courageous in any moment. It is. If and when we allow ourselves to summon it. I know. Full on cheese, right? But damn it, who doesn't love a good cheese? I mean, come on. What's life without cheese? We would have plain burgers and soup with nothing grilled and warm to accompany it. And that's damn boring if you ask me. So yeah, fuck it. For the love of cheese in all forms. Here we freaking go. So as I was thinking about this topic, okay, even as far as I've come in my journey and in my personal growth, sometimes I still catch myself getting back into my mind. I do. I find myself getting racked with thoughts of shit. Shit. What? What the fuck am I doing? Where am I meant to be? What is my purpose in this? Thoughts, fucking thinky thoughts. Look, nobody is immune to the brain, okay? Nobody. All humans will always think. We will. But what it's all about is recognizing when the thoughts serve you and when they fucking don't. And learning to sharpen that line too, because sometimes it really can blur. I'm just saying. So yeah, when this happens to me, and not always instantly, okay? Listen, I'm not superhuman fucking spiritual girl or what the fuck ever, okay? No. I do take my time with, these tips and shit that I share with you, because it's not a race for me. It's not a race. It's literally my fucking life. But I do have to stop sometimes, and I do reflect on myself and the thoughts I have. And for me, my process usually involves meditation and talking to my guides. And that's just my way. It works for me. But you should find yourself a way to get out of the thinky thoughts too. A way that works for you. Because when you can, that's when you really start to feel comfortable with your love. Man, you guys, we are oozing the cheesiness in this episode. I know you hear it. I know you do. But whatever, fuck. I say what I mean. I do. And it is what it is. So when you do start to feel comfortable with your love, well, the cheese, the beautiful cheese, will flow out of you as it is flowing out of me. The cheese runneth over within you, okay? Embrace the cheese, you guys. Allow the cheese. Because it's a good feeling. Being comfortable, confident, and courageous within, and with the love that is you. And the funny thing is, once you feel this way inside, it automatically starts showing up on your outside. It does. Yeah, you may not realize it right away. You might not feel too much different. I know I didn't. But, after time it becomes habit, and then you start noticing. And I will tell you, people around you will notice it before you do. They will. Trust me, it's noticeable to others. And then you're going to start seeing it pop up in life situations for yourself. And since you embraced your own inner cheese, you're open to allow that to show up in your life. See, I've come to appreciate a statement in my life, and it came to me very recently. As most of you know who listen to me, I'm traveling right now, and I've spoken about figuring out what's next for me. Figuring it all out. And I'm recording today to tell you, I stopped. I did. I fucking stopped. I'm no longer listening to my mind and trying to deduce like I'm fucking Sherlock Holmes or some shit. Deduce what my purpose here in New England is. I'm not thinking it over and over. I just know that when I'm meant to know the reason, I will. And when I started out, I was constantly asking myself, what is my purpose here? That was the thought over it. What is the purpose? Over and over, right? Because it has to be something. Because I was guided here. It wasn't anything I planned on doing. It wasn't a planned trip, a planned vacation. It literally was like spirit pushing me here for a reason. So yes, there is a reason. It is something here. But my stumbling block was the way I was like focusing on it. The way I was focused on it was my mind taking over again. I guess a little bit of the ego trying to push my soul out of the driver's seat, yeah? And I unknowingly, I wasn't allowing my intuition to guide me. Not truly anymore as I was when I began living, the guided path placed before me, because I live by my intuition a lot now. I do. I learned how to tune into myself, and that I always should have, because I'm the only one who's ever gonna truly always be myself. So yeah, I listened to my intuition, but I wasn't. Nope. What I was doing was jumping back into old habits of being the doer. I already talked about that in the last episode, being the doer. See, I'm guilty of this shit too. Again. Not perfect. To teach is to learn. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I think that sometimes that's a pretty normal human approach to most things. Right? So I'm not kicking my own ass too much over, slipping back into it for a few days. I think actually that's pretty good. But today, okay, I came to a great realization, a deal within myself. And I embraced my inner fucking provolone. And I stopped my mind and listened to my heart again. I gave my mind some fucking time off. And see, I am all about asking myself. And dudes, listen, there's nothing wrong with fucking asking. I'm not saying don't question, okay? But what I'm discovering is that it's okay to stop once in a while and maybe rephrase. Rephrase your questions when asking on repeat isn't providing you any clarity. I don't know. Maybe sometimes the mind questions don't translate well to the higher self. Like, maybe they speak different languages or dialects or some shit. I don't fucking know. Could be. I don't know. But, yeah. So, my question immediately changed. And when it did, as I've mentioned before, with following your own inner guidance, your intuition, I felt that calmness come over me again. Continuing with the cheese in this episode, I was at peace once again. And I don't know about you, but I really love living in peace. Call me crazy. But no, the question flipped. And instead of me asking, from my mind, what is my purpose here? How can I better serve the purpose of me being brought here? I flipped it. And it became, how is the purpose of where I am serving me? How is the purpose of where I am serving me? You see what I'm saying? I mean, try it. Try it for yourself, please. I urge you. Give it a damn shot. Like literally, press pause on this recording and ask yourself the first 2 mind questions. And then note how you feel. And then ask it in the flipped way. The second way, I guess. It's a big fucking difference, right? And I'm going to tell you why. The first approach is all about giving. Giving the power away to people or circumstances or whatever. The connotation of the way that question is that. The giving up of my power. It literally says something else is to provide my purpose to me. That's what I'm asking in that connotation. See? The second one, I don't know, it more like opens you up, right? Being open to receive is so important, especially to me. So like the way this is phrased, how is the purpose of where I am serving me? It's like it opens me up to allow what is meant to be. And it's funny how things fucking line up when you just let them. So yeah, the whole start of this was when yesterday I went and I had a tarot reading done. And guys, I do tarot a lot, but it's not something I often go and have done for me because I read my own cards and energies. And seeing as I know my own story and circumstances better than anyone, because they're mine, the information that I gather is just, I guess, a little more personal, let's say. But when I'm, again, guided intuitively to do something, I do it. And I was called to allow someone else to read my energies as I'm on this adventure, right? An adventure through my past in a way, I guess. But it was incredibly rewarding for my own inner feelings to get a bit of sight from an unbiased perspective. So I know that Spirit sent me to do that for a reason, and all this happened because of it, see? But it's just like seeing a therapist, right? And I've mentioned that before. Healing the self also means sometimes we need to heal through others. Balance, if you will. And the universe is all about balance. And that's the whole premise of karma. That's the whole premise of physics. The universe will always seek to balance. Always. Remember that. And embrace the balancing act of your own life. And it will flow much, much easier. I'm just saying. Anyway, freaking me. Squirrel! I know. I do it all the time. Shit. No, anyways. The reader was credible and honest. And that's what I seek in all my interactions with other people. It is. Not perfection. I know that's ridiculous. But interacting with true authenticity and honesty, well, I don't know. That's very doable in my book. By all. It is. So I seek those willing to be that way in all aspects of my life. I do. So yeah, I did. I left there with some things to process. And I think that's all we can ask of anyone we allow to step into our energies and provide any type of healing to us. Be it a therapist, a life coach, a trusted friend, a tarot reader. Oh shit, even a humble podcaster. Thank you very much. See, we cannot expect others to give us the damn answers to our own life. No. We can only ask. They give authentic words that allow us to seek the answers within ourselves. And that, my friends, is the fucking truth. Because nobody can solve what you're looking to solve in your own damn life for you except you. Grasping that is a big step in the allowance of all that is you. You're allowing all that is truly you to emerge when you can grasp that concept. I'm just telling you. So yeah, the reader gave me some things to ponder. And as I'm nothing but honest with you all, for me, it was a process. It was. I literally, I knew the message was meant for me because when I left the place, I got in my rental car and I turned it on. And as I did, the car that drove past me had a plate. And a number I've been seeing for a long time is 717. All the time I see it, 717. And it's just, it means something to me. And the car drove by with that plate. So I knew I had some thinking to do. Some heart thoughts to shuffle through, right? And I laughed a little bit when I saw the plate. And on my way home, I talked out loud to Spirit. I cried when suddenly, like, aha moments came through. Or I think even a freaking song on the radio was like, hammered it home for me. And I realigned my energies when I got back to, my temporary home here. And it was a big release for me. And allowing the mind to shut off again. And the heart to open again. I don't know. But it helped. It did. And one thing that reader told me, right, that stuck with me was part of me being here again, being guided to come back up here. And her words were to pick up the nuggets of the past that serve me still and fully release all those that may be lingering within me from here that do not line up with my values and how I want my life to be anymore. And I was like, And the other thing was that she said, I've given so much to so many in different ways, and that I'm still doing that. Her words were, giving so much of my power away for free. And I was like, really? Because, again, an outside sight, right? So I started thinking about her words. I don't just dismiss them. I think about them. And then I was like, even as I sit here, I'm sharing this, right? Which I love doing. I know I want to give in this way. But, all this is my spiritual knowledge that I'm learning through my own trials and triumphs, my own life, okay? My pain and suffering, right? And I do it to help others with theirs. But that's all just me giving and giving, right? There's no receiving because I haven't allowed myself to open up to it. I guess I wasn't ready for it because I felt bad about allowing myself to get anything in return for doing something like this. And that is one thing that reader urged me to change. She did. And she said that to me, and I got home, and I did my whole realignment for myself, and then today I pulled my energies like I do with my cards, and the first card that came out, you guys, first and foremost card that came out, it was Know Your Worth. So yeah, I've got a lot to come to terms with as far as how much I give of myself freely, because I've realized that Spirit has been trying to get me to see that I have to allow myself to be open to receive. Like, I'm not wrong to let others give to me. Like, be it love, money, stability, whatever. So that's a big turning point, and part of the reason I was pulled back to New England. I don't think I would have fully realized it without being back around energies that remind me of, I don't know, a time when, like a time before. I don't know. So I'm grateful for this first bit of clarity around this adventure. I really am. And because I've come to realize that my life is mine. And that I cannot keep trying to make myself into what my mind thinks others around me need or want to see. And quite honestly, I just don't feel I have to explain any of it to anyone who forms an opinion of my life, my choices, my desires, based off their perception of their own. And what I mean is, what's right for me, it may not be right for you, and vice versa. So, I don't know. Why do we as a society try so hard to make it all compartmentalized? Why can't we just live? And I began to see what Spirit wanted me to acknowledge, and it's that we can. We can just live how we see fit. We can. And it's funny, one of my favorite affirmations is that I tell myself is I am and I can. I'm like fucking Thomas the Tank Engine, or fucking is that who it was? Oh, the little engine that could. That's what it was. I just watched that movie Bullet Train. That movie's hilarious if you haven't seen it. Bullet Train's got Brad Pitt in it. That's what Thomas the Tank Engine was in my head. But no, it was the little engine that could. I am and I can. Choo choo. But guess what, you guys? I am and I can, but also in the same breath, I don't know. I don't fucking know. What's next for me as far as a living location right now? I don't fucking know. What's next for me as far as my career right now? I don't fucking know. What's next for me as far as my love life right now? I don't fucking know. And I am allowing the not fucking knowing. I am. Because it's my life. It's my life. And it's perfectly okay for me to dance without knowing the choreographed steps. The music plays in my life and I hear it and I move my feet to the beat without knowing the steps, and I am happy with how I dance. And I don't care if people look at me funny. I don't give a shit. I am enjoying my own rhythm. And I think that's the only way I'm going to live my life from now. No, fuck that. I don't think. I know. I know that's how I'm going to live my life from now on. That's I do fucking know. Because it feels good to my soul. It feels good. And I spent so much of my years giving and giving and giving so those around me could feel good, that I'm okay that it's my time now. And I realize now that honestly, I could have always done this. Because my true self, the sense of life that I have in me is just to be. Be and simply allow peace and love to flow through me. But I guess, I don't know, I guess I was a little guarded and a little clouded on the way I used to approach that. I've come to know that just allowing myself to be and also allow myself to be open to receive, that I can still give that same energy of peace and love to those in my presence at any point. Because I'll be surrounded with those who want to give it back. I guess I too just didn't realize the courage of my love. See? Yeah. And the thing is, we put, I don't know, I guess, a context around love. And we really don't want to do that, you guys. We don't. Because love shouldn't be dependent on anything. Love just is. It just fucking is, you guys. And that's why it's so unpredictable. And even, yes, uncomfortable sometimes. Because it's the feelingest feeling of all the feelings. And it is not meant to be controlled. Matter of fucking fact is that it never works when we try to control it. It just doesn't. We need to come to terms, okay, with the fact that love isn't based on the object of our love. Be it people or passions or whatever. No, it's not based on that. It's based on our own state of being. Being who we are is simply being love. So basically, if someone you love changes, if an old friend doesn't quote unquote get you anymore and is no longer considered a friend, if you've come to terms with yourself and love as it is, then none of that matters because your own state of who you are is love. Those people or places are released with love because you know love doesn't hinge on anything other than you. Who you are, and you are love. Damn you guys. When I say cheese, whew, shit. The universe makes sure we getting fucking nachos today. Oh, shit. But I am being real as fuck. I am. Once you realize that you are the love in your life, only you love the way you do, right? Then the fact that an outside presence is or is not in love with your fucking love doesn't mean a damn thing anymore. Just be, and it will all be. Simply be, simply love. Fucking simple. See? And that is how we use our love to be courageous. By honoring that we are love. Not that we can love, but that love is what we are. We love, and so love comes to us. But we have to learn this through our own heart and in our own time. We have to understand that when we are new to understanding love, that we believe it should only feel comfortable in love. But that is a youthful idea. It's a beautiful idea, but a youthful idea. Youthful because feeling that love should only be comfortable it's an idea that hasn't lived any experience with love yet. Because love is about growing. It is about undertaking things in life that through grace and compassion can temper the heart into a true wise old sage. This mature type of heart knows that courage and love comes from being able to roar at suffering like a lion, but at the same time, sit comfortably in stillness and peace, sweet and precious like a lamb. This heart knows that a big part of balance in love is freeing from the mind that love means it should always be easy. A mature heart accepts the wisdom and with grace continues to love through the journey, be it both easy and hard. The love always remains. That is the courage of love. To keep going no matter what is thrown at it. Keep going because the mature heart knows it is the love. It is the love. And that knowledge, the knowledge that the heart is the love, is the pure energy, the life of what it means to be a human soul. So, I don't know, I guess pause when you feel hurt. Ask the why, but know that a heart without scars has never truly loved at all. And to let go and surrender into love in ways we've not done, it will sometimes cause those scars. It will. And sometimes it may open them up again and they'll bleed. But to be the love is never the wrong choice. Never. To allow yourself to be loved and in turn be loved is one of the greatest feats of courage in our lives. Because it's vulnerable as fuck. And vulnerability is courageous. It is. It took me a while to grasp that one, you guys. It is. It did. But once we do it, it truly is a brave new world. It is. So be courageously loving of yourself and then give that love on to others. Be love and life will love you back. And for the love of God, go eat some cheese. I know I will after this episode. I'm hungry now. Seriously though, guys, remember, please live in love, not fear. Courage is loud and quiet. Just as our heart beats in both those rhythms, right? Loud when we sense danger, quiet when we feel peace. But the love is always there. The heart is always there, beating. So just trust that rhythm. Trust the rhythm you feel is the right one for you at any given moment. Love loud or quiet as the life you lead unfolds before you. And I guarantee you, you'll feel courageous every step of the way. That's all for now, my cheesy, lovely friends. I will talk to you all later. Bye.